Hey guys, we're here at Double Helix Games in Irvine, California to learn more about the upcoming Silent Hill Homecoming. So for the uninitiated, can you tell us a little bit about the storyline of the game?
Well, Silent Hill's a strange place. I mean, some people think, is it purgatory? Is it a metaphor? It's not something the series has ever answered. It's not something we want to answer. It's something that we want the players to kind of uncover. The message is very hidden. It's kind of a Japanese way of dealing with narrative. So, but the story in essence is about our main character, Alex, who's returning home from the war. He's coming home because he feels something's wrong with his brother. He's had a bad dream about it and he wants to find out what it is. And it's when he gets to town he starts to see things are not quite right.
So is it tied in any way to the past games? Other than just the town itself?
It's the town itself, and to a certain extent you may see, and I don't want to say too much about it, but you may see certain names and characters that could potentially link to the past. We do have a certain connection to Travis, the main character from Silent Hill Origins. He appears in the early part of the game, but that's all I want to say about it.
All right, fair enough. So speaking of characters, I heard they're kind of like a metaphor for certain things. Can you explain more about that?
Generally, because Silent Hill's about dealing with or working through your issues, you'll see that these creatures are manifestations of those issues that you're dealing with on the inside, but they're expressed outside in the world. So, for example, we do have a character called Siam, which you'll see there's two characters back to back. And that's really a manifestation of an unrequited love between two characters, and it's that expression manifested in this particular creature.
Very interesting. So the Silent Hill series has a history of alternate endings. Will that be the same in Homecoming?
It is, yeah. The endings that you find in Silent Hill series generally are triggered by events within the game, and this is no different. What we're trying to do is the choices that the player makes when they go through, the issues that the main character's working through, dictate which endings you're going to get. And I'm going to say how you get to them, but in essence that's what you do.
All right, well, I think these guys have a little surprise experiment for me planned, so make sure you check that video out. I don't know how much of the horror I can take.
You'll live.
The good people at Double Helix thought it would be a good idea to sit me in the hot seat and find out just how scary Silent Hill really is. Well, unfortunately for them, I'm a huge wuss, so I'm probably the worst possible test subject. But hey, we'll go check it out anyway. Let's go. So I have to admit that, unfortunately, I'm a huge baby when it comes to anything even remotely startling, scary, gory. So I was not looking forward to this shoot, but I am interested in seeing a brief demo of the game if you're willing to show me.
Absolutely.
Can you show me, set this up a little bit, tell me what's going on?
We've got our main protagonist, Alex, who's just come home after the war, and he's going to talk to his mother to find out what's going on, because he's heard out there's some strange things going on at home, and he's come here to find out what it is.
Thank God you're alive. I was about to go Looney Tunes in this Roach Motel. What is it?
I found my mother. I couldn't save her.
Well, apparently they're going to conduct a little science experiment on me to see just how much they can scare me with the newest Silent Hill. You care to give me a demo?
Absolutely. So just sit back and enjoy the game, and hopefully we don't scare you too much.
Enjoy, right.
Pretty scary, right?
All right, well that basically scared the poop out of me, so well done.
Thank you.
What kind of scare are you going for? Are you going for more like the atmospheric kind of thing? Yes?
Well, I would say there's a difference between the way that Western developers do horror and the way that Japanese developers do horror, which is why Silent Hill's kind of very memorable, because they have a very different take on the way they do things. So we're trying to make it more psychological and less about the scare. I mean, obviously
that was pretty obvious.
We do have scare moments in there, so we kind of mix it up a little bit, but it's more about dread. Silent Hill's more about dread, and that's what we try and portray throughout the game. It's a sense of knowing things are coming, it's inevitable, you can't stop it, you have to go through it.
Yeah, and I definitely just went through it. And how scary is too scary? When do you know to dial it back, or how do you make it more scary if it's kind of bland in one scene?
It's a difficult thing to do because we're continually exposed to the game, so we become desensitized to a certain degree. We try and judge it based upon focus testing. When people come in, they play it, and we see what their reactions are. That gives us a better yardstick of where they're at, and we take it from there. It's a difficult thing to say about what's too scary, because what's too scary at the beginning isn't necessarily too scary at the end of the game, because we kind of ramp that up a little bit, because the player's in the world for a while and they get exposed to all this. So we want to make sure that they're continually scared throughout the entire experience.
Josh, where are you going?
So are there any films or directors that served as inspiration for the look and feel of Silent Hill?
I know certainly when dealing with characters and how we introduce the creatures in the game, I look at things like what Ridley Scott did in the first Alien, for example. You don't see the creature until the very end of a 2-hour film. You see glimpses of it, and it's what you don't see, it's what your brain fills in, is what makes it scary. And that's why the fog is also beneficial, because it's these shapes that you don't really understand what they are, and as they come out of the fog, that's what scares people more.
Jason, thank you so much for showing us the game. It looks really fantastic. When is it coming out?
September.
Ooh, just in time for Halloween. Excellent.
Exactly.
I don't know if I will be playing it, but I'm sure there are hordes of people just waiting.
We hope so.